The Third Action Film Festival takes place in Calgary this weekend. It started in 2017 by Mitzi Murray in response to a cultural shift around aging that was beginning to take place. The film festival brings in a great array of films, and here to give us an overview is the current executive director of the Third Action Film Festival. That is Lyn Cadence. Hey, Lyn, thank you for joining me this afternoon. I imagine you're pretty busy right now setting up the Third Action Film Festival as things get underway this weekend.
Absolutely.
Can you just tell me quickly, what is the mandate of the Third Action Film Festival?
Well, the mandate is to change the dialogue on aging. So we try to include at least one older actor in the film. And like this year, I think most people would be surprised to know how underrepresented older people are in film, because some of the best films that came out this year had older actors in them. However, it's a small portion of the films that are made. And in fact, there are few films in the general marketplace that have older actors in them.
It's fascinating to consider that when you consider the population and the fact that the population, certainly in North America, there are a great deal of people who are of a certain age getting into that, third stage of life, as it were, so they could relate to those films and the people in them. Is there a specific criterion involved in selecting the pictures? You mentioned older actors and that they're represented. Anything else?
Yes. Well, we want to cover lots of different kinds of older people. We all get older, so it's a very broad selection. We want to be a little bit representative when we can. We want to cover some of the difficult issues, but we also want to highlight older people who are doing amazing things. And the interesting thing to me is that there are few films that talk about older people doing wonderful things. Mostly they just go out and do them. And there isn't a lot of fanfare about it.
So the Third Action Film Festival takes place this weekend at the Globe Cinema in Calgary. Are there any films you're particularly excited about bringing to town this time out?
Well, I was excited definitely about Testament, the Denis Arcand film, and Wapake, because it's sponsored by the NFB, and the proceeds are going to the Stardale Women's Group. And I like that it covers both generations. I mean, we want to talk about older people. We want to do it in an intergenerational kind of space.
So, given that it is the Third Action Film Festival, and the subjects happen to be people in the late stages of life, but given that, who would you recommend attend the festival?
Well, certainly people 50 or older who have interest in topics that we're presenting. We have some uplifting packages and an animation package. The animation package is about older people, but some of them are made by much younger people, and they have a very interesting kind of vision of aging. We should all be interested in the process of aging because we're all involved in it.
We're implicated by being born in some respects, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Well, Lyn, the Third Action Film Festival for 2024 kicks off on Friday, wraps up on Sunday, and there is an amazing array of films for people to catch. How can people find out more information and get tickets?
They can go to our website, thirdactionfilmfest.ca, or they can go to ShowPass and do a search for Third Action Film Fest.
Thank you, Lyn, for taking the time.
Thanks very much.
thirdactionfilmfest.ca is where you'll find more information. As Lyn alluded, it's your Thoroughfare, CKUA.